Welcome back. We want to produce the auxiliary plan of this truncated cone looking direction of ROT as we are instructed in the question, so that we are asked to produce the plan, which we have done. This is the complete plan. Then we are asked to draw the auxiliary plan in the direction of ROT. So this is the diagram. This is ROT here. So now, let's go and produce the auxiliary plan. So with my 30 degrees set square, so I'm going to take my 30 degrees set square, and I will start from this point 6 prime here. So I'm going to draw a line in this direction of ROT, as we see in the diagram. So I'm going to draw a line in this direction. So okay, so I draw a line in this direction. Then I will also bring it to this point. So I will draw a line in this direction. Also at this point, also I will also put it at this point, and then I will draw a line in this direction. So bringing it to this point here, so which I believe you can see. So I will also draw a line in this direction. I bring it to the center, that is for 3 and 9. I will draw a line in this direction. Bring it to this point for 2 and 10. I will draw a line. Bring it to this point for 1 and 11. I will draw a line. I bring it to this point, which is for 0 prime. I will also draw a line in this direction. So since I have drawn these lines with 30 degrees set square, so I will draw a perpendicular line to this line. That means I'm using that of 60 degrees. So I will draw a line in this, like this. Okay, so now, so looking at this line, so this is 0.6. Okay, so this is 0.6. If I follow this first line that I drew from 6 prime, so this is 0.6, while this point here is for 0. Okay, so take note of that. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is that this part is cut off. This part here from 6 to this point is cut off. So that means we are not going to make use of that of 6, 6, 5, 7. So, and then we are going to make use of this one here. So which is where the cutting plane touch this base of the cone. So what we are going to do now is that you take your compass, as I've taken my compass here. So this is the line, this is the vertical line that we produced down here, and the midpoint is here on 0.6. This is the middle point. So put the midpoint at the middle point here and take this distance from this point here, or if I call this point, if I call it point A, so from the midpoint to A, so just take this distance like this. Okay, so take this distance, and then you follow this line, the line that we produced from this point here. You follow it and you come to the center here. Then you make an arc on this side for A, and you also make an arc on this side. So I can just write A here. So this is point A, and this is also point A there. Okay, so next is we have that of 4 and 8. So 4 and 8, so this is the line, this vertical line. So the midpoint is here. So where the point, where we have the point here, the point that we used to produce the curve, this is where we have it. So not on the circle, this is the point here. So what we need to do is that, sorry for that, we are making use of the vertical line that connects 4 and 8 together. That's what we are using, not the one that give us the point. Sorry. So this is the line from 4 to 8 here. So we put at the midpoint and we extend it to 8 or to 4, anywhere that we like. So either we make use of from this center to 4 or from this center to 8, anyone that we like. So we take it and we follow line 4, 8, so which is the line after A. So we make an arc here, and then we also make an arc here. So if I'm to label this point, so this will be point 4. So this is point 4, while this is point 8 here. Okay. So next we have that of 3 and 9. So this is line 3 and 9. So from the center, so it's either we extend it to 3 or we extend it to 9 on the circle. So this is it. Okay, so then I follow this line that connects 3 and 9 together. So I make an arc here, and I make an arc here like this. So this is point 3. Okay, so this is point 9. Okay, so next is we have that of 2 and 10. So this is the vertical line that connects 2 and 10 together. So from this point I will extend to 10. Okay, so we have this point. Then I will follow this line for 2 and 10. So I will make an arc here, and I will make an arc here. Okay, so this is point 2 and this is point 10. Okay, so next we have 111. This is the middle of 111. I will extend to 11, or I extend to 1. So then I will follow this line that connects 1 and 11 together. So I will make an arc here, and then I will make an arc here. Alright, so this point we are going to join them together with the use of a French curve. Okay, so I'm trying to bring out the point for us to see them. Okay, so this is point 1, this is 11. So with the use of a French curve, so I'm going to bet before that, so this AA will be a straight line. So let's take note of that. This AA will be a straight line. So make it a thick straight line like this. Then we use our French curve to connect this point together. Okay, so then this part here will be hidden, so it is be hidden. So we draw it with short dashes line. Okay, so it will be hidden from us. This part will be hidden from us as we are looking at it in this direction. So also, so from here, so I will also draw it with short dashes line. Okay, so then let me bring out the curve on this part here. Okay, so then, alright, so that's what we have for that base part. Now, so the upper part, so how are we going to draw the upper part? So that's what I want to do now. So what we need to do first, okay, so we need to locate this apex here in the auxiliary plan. So with that, I will just take my set square, and then, so I bring it to this point. Okay, so bring it to this point, then I'm going to draw a line from here. Okay, so now here we have what? Here we have point O here, so I just call it so O prime here in the auxiliary plan. So the next that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line from each of these points. So for this point A here, so I will draw a line to touch the apex. So this is it, to meet the apex. Then from this point 4, I will also draw a line to the apex. Okay, from point 3, I will draw a line to the apex. So I can see that as if point 3 and 2, they are together. So I've drawn a line for that. Then I also have that point A also goes with 1. So I will leave it like that. Also, if I come to point A here, I will draw a line. So this also, we also have that A. It goes with 11. So let's take note of that. And point 8. So for point 8 here, so drawing point 8. So this is it. Okay. Okay, so then point 9. So point 9. So 0.9, so if I draw it here, so it goes with that of 10. So it goes with that of 10. So let's take note of that. So what I'm going to do now is that with my 30 degrees set square, I will start like this. So we start with that of 4 and 8, which is this point. So I'm going to draw a line from this point. So I will draw a line with that same 30 degrees set square. I will draw a line like this. Okay, so then I will look for where it intersects 4 and 8. So it intersects 4 at this point. Okay, at intersect 8 at this point. This is 8 here. Okay, so next we have what? We have that of 3 and 9, which is this point. So if I draw from here, okay, so I'll look for where it intersect 3. So this is where it meets 3 at this point here, and it intersect 9 at this point. Okay, so next is we have 2 and 10. 2 and 10. So don't forget that point 2 and 10, they are on 3 and 9. Okay, so if I come to this point here, this is the point. So this is the point here. So if I draw like this, okay, so here we have what? Here we have 2 at this point, and here we have 10 at this point. So next is 111. So 111. 111. So if I draw from this point for 111, okay, so if I draw from here, okay, so 111, so 1 is on together with 4, which is this point, and 11 is together with 8, which is this point here. So last one we have that of 0, so which is this point here. So I'll just come here, and then I'm going to draw a line. So this is where we have 0. Okay, so then we are going to join this together. So we are connecting everything with A here, and then we also have A at this point. So with my French curve, I will set line this. There is something I notice here that so this point that we have here for 11 is not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to be. Okay, but I'm just trying to how we work it out. Okay, so I think that little error that we have there is due to the positioning of the T-square. Okay, so then here we are going to have a straight line here. This will be a straight line, as we have a straight line here on for 3 and 9. So we also have it as a straight line here in the auxiliary plan. So then next thing we are going to do is that we are going to connect. Okay, so we don't have a point, so this is where we have a point, so we connect this together. Okay, then if I turn it here to this side, so we connect this point together like this. Okay, then so here we are going to it's going to be like this. Okay, so here also it also be drawn like this. Alright, so then the next thing that we are going to do, we have to show that it is rough here. But before that, we are going to make this line. So this line, so we draw this line like this. And then we also draw this line. Okay, so then we have to show the roughness of the surface. So I'm going to use, we have two parts. So this part and this part is, we are not going to arch them together. So we arch them separately. So I will use 60-degree side to do this. Let's arch this surface. Let's produce arching lines on this surface. So we are going to produce them separately because as if we have two parts here. So this part and this part. The arching lines that I produced before, it was not okay. It was not okay because the lines were parallel to this line that we drew with 60 degrees. So it wasn't okay. That's why I cleaned it and I'm going to produce it right now. So I'm using my 30-degree set square to do that. So I will have used 45, but I can use 30 for this. So I'm going to produce the arching line. So we produce for this one, for this large surface. So we produce arching lines like this. Okay. So don't forget that the arching lines are produced within continuous line and they are equally spaced. As I said, you don't have to measure the amount of space between them. So all you need to do is to just use your eyes to gauge it yourself. Okay. So these arching lines that we are producing, they are correct. So it's the angle that we have taken. So the one I used 60-degree for was not okay. So that's why I cleaned it and I'm now producing it properly now. Alright, so this is okay. Now let's go for this upper one. So I'm going to use 45-degree for this one, but I'll produce it in this direction. So we have to change direction of the arching lines. Okay. Alright, so this is how it should be. So the reason why we have it arched in different directions is that this is one surface and this is another surface. So they have to be arched in different directions. So thank you and God bless you.